Hello and welcome to Breezy Chatter. Today I'm going to be talking about Married at First Sight, Season 14, the Boston edition. So it looks like Married at First Sight is back in Boston, and the selection process has started for singles in hopes to find 5 couples that have the potential for a successful marriage. With the help of experts Pastor Calvin, Dr. Viviana Coles, and Dr. Pepper. Now, Married at First Sight is exactly what's going to happen. These 5 couples do not know each other, and they are trusting the experts to make decisions on their behalf to help them find love, as they have not been successful finding love on their own. So, let's start with the couples. First couple is Lindsay and Mark. Lindsay's 34. She seems like a free-spirited person. She is a nurse, and she looks up to her grandparents who were happily married for over 70 years. She's one with nature, talks to her plants. She has 2 cats, Ben and Jerry. And after work, she says you'll find her singing and cooking dinner, and she enjoys dancing. And then we have Mark, fitness coach. He's 37 years old, and this is his second time applying to Married at First Sight. The first time he did not make the cut. He is no stranger to dating apps. He just has not had a successful time meeting the right woman. He is a caretaker to his mother and his grandmother. His mother is in rehab, and his grandmother is in the same rehab facility that his mom is in. He says he's been looking for someone to share his life with, and he also has 3 cats. What I can say about Mark and Lindsay is that they both seem to have a very upbeat attitude. Mark seems to have a lot on his plate already with caring for his mom and his grandmother, and also he has 3 cats, and he works as a fitness coach. It just seems like his life is really full. And when he says he's looking for someone to share his life with, I wonder if that means he's looking for someone to sort of lighten his load. And Lindsay, since she's a nurse, seems like it would be a great pairing, but I don't think it's fair to assume that Lindsay will just automatically put on her caregiver hat and start taking care of Mark's mom and grandmom. So it'll be interesting to see how she feels about helping Mark with some of his responsibility. So Mark, he's known as Mark the Shark, and that's because he's been seen around a lot. I don't think that's a name I'd tell people that I was known as someone who gets around. And based on the sneak peek that I saw, Lindsay has a little too much to drink on her wedding day, and I'm looking forward to seeing how her having so much to drink affects Mark's first impression of her. I think Mark is ready. He's ready to settle down. He's ready for a life partner. But Lindsay, I'm not too sure of. At first I thought, yeah, maybe. But when I saw how much Lindsay had to drink on her wedding day before she's even met Mark, that seems a little irresponsible. So, I don't know. Lindsay doesn't seem as well put together as I thought she was initially. I don't think Lindsay and Mark are going to be a long-lasting couple. Can they make it through to the 8 weeks? Possibly. But will they make it for the long haul? I doubt it. So next couple I'm going to talk about is Steve and Noi. Steve is 38 and Noi is 33. Noi says she loves freely and easily, and she doesn't want to waste time. She needs a good communicator and someone that she can count on. And she's admitted to Dr. Pepper that in the past, she was selfish in relationships, and she felt that she should be the main focus in relationships, but has since moved on from that way of thinking, and she wants someone who's willing to work with her forever. Steve, on the other hand, is a former sales engineer. He's been out of work for a couple years now. He states that he works freelance. Personally, I don't think Steve should have been a consideration for the show, considering he has no job. And we have Noi here saying that she's looking for someone she can count on. So once she learns more about Steve and how he's not working, I wonder how that's going to make her feel. Is she going to feel like the weight of their marriage as far as financial stability, will that be on her shoulders? I just wonder how long it's going to take Steve to get a full-time job. So I don't think this couple is going to make it. I think Steve is too much of a free spirit, and I don't think they're going to go the distance. 8 weeks, sure. Full on, no. So then we have Katina and Olajuwon. They are both 29 years old. Katina has done a lot of self-work. She's been in situationships in the past, and now she says she's ready for love, marriage, and a family. She was known as a party girl in the past, and she is a foodie. deal breakers for her is someone who has a passive personality. And she says that because she sometimes second guesses herself. So she doesn't need someone who's going to sort of foster her second guessing herself. She wants someone who's going to be a little more assertive and sort of help her make decisions. Olajuwon is friends with Jeffy from season 6 of Married at First Sight, and he's known as a former playboy. He says he loves the idea of coming home to food on the table, and we did get to see a sneak peek of him at the bachelor party. And it looks like Olajuwon likes attention, and he really loves the strip club scene. He was doing the most. He was dancing, gyrating, really much interacting with the strippers, or with this one stripper in particular that you get to see in the sneak peek, as all of the other bachelors were watching him perform. One guy said, yeah, he certainly looks like someone who's ready to get married. And he was being sarcastic about it because his behaviors and the way he came to life in that preview says a lot. This man likes attention. This man loves the nightlife scene. And I don't think he's a former playboy. I think he very much still is a playboy to this date. He even went so far to make a remark to one of his friends, stating that he would like a woman he can go to the strip club with and challenge her to engage with one of the strippers. Olajuwon comes off as very immature. I do not think he is ready to be on Married at First Sight. He put on a good face, I guess, in front of the experts, telling them that he's ready and he's tired of the Playboy life. But the minute he got a taste of it, it was like a kid in a candy store. He fell right into character. And I don't think they're even going to make it to the 8 weeks. So next is Jasmina and Michael. Jasmina is 29, Michael is 28. Jasmina is an early childhood education teacher, and she's witnessed bad relationships in her family, and she claims that she's done the self-work and she is now ready for a family of her own. She loves facial hair, so she requested a man with a beard. She does not want a guy who's too shy. She needs an assertive man. And she also made a point of stating that because she's tall, that height matters to her and she would like a man who is taller than her. So Michael states that he's no stranger to dating apps, but he has not been successful. And he trusts that the experts can find a match for him. He has 4 sisters, and I get a sense that they raised him. It looks like he's the baby of the family. And one of the sisters even said it's funny how he's spoiled, but he doesn't even know it. Maybe that plays into a little bit of his admission that he has issues with being vulnerable. He says that he's misunderstood and that he gives off this energy of seriousness or energy of indifference, like he doesn't care one way or the other, when in actuality that is not the case. So it sounds like he has difficulties expressing himself. And height also matters to Michael. And he said he'd like a woman who's under 5'6". And based on what I saw on the screen, I think Jasmina may be way taller than that. And she's definitely taller than 5'6" when she throws her shoes on, if she's just 5'6". But she's a tall woman. So the experts failed them in that instance. Height does matter to some people, although it may seem like a surface thing or a superficial thing. It can play on some people's confidence levels. Tall women may not have respect for short men. And I'm not saying that it's right, but it's a mentality that people have. I'm not saying Jasmina has that mentality, but in her mind, the man that she's with is taller than her. And in Michael's mind, the woman that he's with is shorter than him. So that may be a big issue. And the fact that Michael is not very assertive, that may be an issue as well. And that he doesn't seem like someone who can have a lot of fun, although he says that he is a lot of fun. We didn't see it yet. I'm sure it's coming. And who knows? Maybe they will make it. She is a teacher. That means that she has a lot of patience. Could they make it the 8 weeks? Possibly. Will they go to distance? I don't think so. And then we have Alyssa and Chris. Alyssa is 30 years old and Chris is 35. Alyssa loves animals. She works for animal rescue. She has a dog. And she said she's so busy with working that she has little to no time for relationships. She was in a relationship in the past that ended abruptly and without explanation. She says she's looking for honesty, kindness, and loyalty. And she feels that the man should be a provider. As far as attractiveness, she just said cute. We don't know what that means. And she also said a man's man. I don't know what a man's man is for her. Everybody has their own idea of what a man's man is. She says she's not high maintenance, but she likes to shop so much that she purchased 10 dresses for her wedding. Chris is 35. He's no stranger to dating apps. He's been in long-term relationships that went nowhere fast. And I'm thinking since he's been in long-term relationships, maybe he'll have the mindset of wanting to go the distance because he's gone the distance even in relationships that weren't working. He wants a dog and he works in real estate. He's looking for a woman who is optimistic and adventurous. I find that when people say they're looking for someone who's adventurous, they need to elaborate on that because adventurous to one person could be a dud to another. He said managing finances is very important to him because he has a lot of student loans. So, being that he has student loan debt and she likes to shop so much that she's purchased 10 dresses for one wedding, they're not going to work out. I think the finances alone will be an issue. Will Alyssa be attracted to Chris? Maybe, maybe not. I don't think this couple's going to make it to the 8 weeks. The matchmaking special was very interesting. Once again, they have created a hot mess. We will have to see how everything unfolds. Hopefully this Wednesday when it airs at 8 o'clock on Lifetime, we'll maybe get to see one wedding because, we're going to have to watch the couples let their families know that they're getting married. We're going to see them picking their dresses and the guys picking their suits, ring shopping, and then we're also going to see the bachelor and bachelorette parties. So maybe they'll be able to show us one wedding like they did last season with Johnny and Bao. But I'm so looking forward to seeing these weddings and the first impressions, because that says a lot. This season is a doozy. I don't see any successful couplings. I hate to be negative. I hope that some of these couples surprise me and go the distance. But from what I can see right now, no way, no day. Okay, everyone, that is my commentary. If you enjoyed, hit like, subscribe, and leave comments. Thank you for your time. Until next time, ta-ta.